What's going on, GameLeap? As we talked about in our last video, the 13.6 changes made. It's time for another Macca's run, and we're going to be bringing you the 10 best champions based on these changes for 13.6. Guess what? You're still going to be hard stuck though. Like I've said this in so many videos. So you know what you have to do? Sign up to the GameLeap website so I can actually teach you the fundamentals of the game. So it doesn't matter what happens to the meta. Like, do you think that Faker is going to fall out of Challenger and fall out of being like the best player of all time? Let's say if Teemo becomes like the best mid laner to play, or maybe a champion like Blitzcrank becomes the best mid lane champion. Of course not, right? Because it doesn't matter. It's how you play, not who. We can teach you how to play. Sign up to the website. Like, you can climb divisions and tiers. All you have to do is just ask yourself, do you want it bad enough? Scroll down, description, comment section, click on GameLeap.com, sign up. But yeah, let's get into the top 10 champions, guys, for 13.6. Now, we're going to start by talking about, well, a couple of champions getting changed in 13.6, two of these being Vayne and Talon. Now, for Vayne, I don't know if you guys watched our video yesterday. If you haven't, where we talk about the changes, make sure you check that out. But for Vayne in the top lane, oh my goodness me, if she's not like banned in every single game, like if you're, I don't even care like who you play in the top lane. If you're a top laner, ban Vayne. The passive movement speed she's getting is going up by 50%. The Q's attack damage ratio is going up as well, makes her late game even better. Early game, she'll still feel this too. The Q buff duration, even though it's going down by a lot, who cares? Because after you Q, you're probably auto-attacking straight away anyway, and her W's percentage HP damage is increasing. At rank 1, she doesn't even need to max this first, and she's benefiting from this. If these buffs go through, like, they will just make her beyond broken, and they will break the top lane. Ban Vayne in every single game, she's going to be that broken, and that's why she's starting off this countdown. Now, another champion I just mentioned, Talon, right, in the mid lane. Now, they're not the biggest buffs in the world, but I mentioned yesterday how, like, when a champion gets base damages buffed, so Talon's passive damage is increasing. Also, his ultimate damage is increasing at level 11 and 16 or rank 2 and rank 3, right? This means for Talon, you don't always have to go like full out lethality. So if you're going something like Ghostblade, Prowler's Core, or like Dustblade and Edge of Night and, you know, Axiom Arc, Serpent's Fang, these just like full lethality builds, and because there's no real like defense here, you're just like a full glass cannon, right? But because of these changes, they actually mean that you can probably afford to go something like Eclipse, like Cleaver opens up. Of course, you still want to go maybe something like Ghostblade, right? But they open up other items that protect you. They still give you like good damage. Like Eclipse, for example, is still building out of a serrated Dirk, but the passives, the movement speed, the shield, they just make you less killable while still dealing enough damage to kill those swishy targets. The base mana going up for Talon as well is really nice, and the W mana cost decreasing. These are huge. Like mid lane Talon, I actually think he'll be OP and pick the band a heck of a lot more in 13.6. Now, staying in the mid lane here, one champion getting nerfed in 13.6 is Aurelion Sol. Now, your R1 and R2 range might be getting nerfed. Your E's cooldown might be going to a flat 12 seconds. The Stardust required for your ultimate upgrade might be increasing as well. The stun duration and knockup duration, they might be going down on your R1 and R2. But do these really mean that much for a champion who has like a 53% win rate across every single rank? Probably not, eh? Like, I think his win rate, of course, is going to go down by a little bit here, but it'll still be really OP. Rod of Ages, you know, Rylo's Crystal Scepter, these items are staying the same, they're not getting hit at all. So 13.6 Aurelion Sol, he will be worse, but he's so good anyway that he'll still be really good next patch, and there's no reason to stop playing him, and yeah, probably banning him as well. Now, moving into the jungle. Jarvan. Probably the best jungler, right? I think we can all agree. Statistically as well, kind of backs it up. You know, Conqueror, the recent buffs to his W, right, actually making it a really good ability. They even had to nerf it, that's how good it's been. But yeah, J4, super versatile jungler. He's easily the best at the moment, and in 13.6, nothing is really changing for him, so that's why he's in this video. Now, there are a few other champions, guys, who are going to be affected by the changes in 13.6. The first of these is Echo. Now, the reason Echo is here because of the Nash's Tooth change, right? So it's going up to 3,200 gold, so a 200 gold increase. Now, for Echo, this sounds kind of bad, right? But guess what? You're getting 15 ability haste, okay? Now, for Echo, ability haste is really nice, yeah? And with Nash's 2 fails for your clear speed, your DPS, your passive, right? It's actually like a really underrated item. So if you're going something like Rocket Build into Nash's, into Zonya's or something like this, it's kind of like an insane setup. And Echo at the moment is really good without this buff. Like, he does not need this. He's a super good champion. According to the stats, he's like S+ tier in pretty much every single elo. So Echo in 13.6 is going to be very scary indeed. Now, moving down to the bot lane here, guys, there are 2 AD carries who I think are still going to be broken in 13.6. And one of them, you can probably guess who this is going to be. Zaya. Now for Zaya, for sure, lethal tempo is getting nerfed, right? And this is for any champion going lethal tempo, by the way, if you're a ranged champion. So lethal tempo getting nerfed, less attack speed, and the max attack speed is now going to proc at level 18, right? So this does affect you at every stage of the game. Also, Navori Quick Blades is getting nerfed. So the actual cooldown reduction you get on your basic abilities is going down now to 12% rather than staying at 15%. This affects Zaya, but can we really like put her off this countdown when she's so good at the moment? It's kind of like the Aurelion Sol theory, right? They're so broken broken at the moment that even if they get hit just a little bit, they're still going to be broken anyway. So that's why Zaya's here, and this is exactly the same for Zeri as well. And I know you guys are thinking, oh, but Zeri's not OP, you know, like silver, gold, NA, ELO. Bro, I don't care. Look at how Zeri has played in the highest of elos. If you change those like filters to challenger and career, she has like a 55% win rate. That's healthy, eh? That's really, really healthy for the game. This champion being able to space glide around the map like she was back in the day, like I don't think there's a more annoying champion to play against. In fact, Aurelion Sol might come close to actually rivaling her here. But Zeri, with Navari Quick Blades, with Runar's Hurricane, I mentioned this build in recent videos because so many champions are just going to be like close quarters these days because the meta in the bot lane is more about engaging these days as well. Zeri is just going to prosper. And even though Lethal Tempo is getting nerfed, Navari Quick Blades is getting nerfed, they're not enough to bring this champion in line with other champs in the game. Now, staying in the bot lane, guys, one of those champions I talked about, Yumi, and I don't want to talk about it that much, hey, like, please just ban her. I don't care, bro. Like, ban her, get rid of her, make this champion get removed. The Banless team is going to have no choice, guys. Like, if we ban her, right, as a community, she's going to be close to like 100% ban, right, and guess what? She'll get removed from the game. Like, who is not going to rejoice at that? This champion is just complete AIDS, untargetable. Nowadays, she makes her best friend, like, unkillable, the targeted ultimate. Like, just get me out. Whoever made this champion, like it makes the jizz's blood boil, seriously. So Yumi, even though she is like the most hated champion in the game, well, one of the reasons why is because she's so broken right now. She's going to be broken in 13.6. I didn't even care if she's getting nerfed. In fact, I'm going to put her on every single top champions video I make in the future until she gets removed from the game. Trust me. Now, the other support guys I've mentioned here is Annie. In 13.6, I'm kind of surprised as well because Annie is not getting nerfed. The Emax Annie as a support is still the way to go. And because Annie, you know, because of all the changes at the start of the season, she's just still super broken. She still has like over a 53% win rate in pretty much every single elo as a support. Maybe there are some champions who do very well against you, right? So range champions, we might be talking Xerath, Lux, Vel'Koz, Senna might be good, right? But because the meta at the moment, lots of engaged champions are getting picked. Annie loves this. Annie loves teams who are going to run into her because you can get multiple, you know, like kind of AoE tibbers off with the stun, of course. And yeah, because of the stun, you can stun that engaging champion, disengage, or you can just keep the fight going because you deal so much damage anyway. So Annie support is also in this countdown. Now, the final champion, guys, to talk about, we're going to the top lane here. This is a champion who Vayne will still crush, but it's still going to be really good, innately speaking, this being Jax. Nothing is really changing in 13.6. The lethal tempo nerf is for ranged champions, so you kind of just like dodge this, and the helicopter will still be really OP in 13.6. Whether you're going like Divide Sunder into Bork or Shojin's on your Hourglass, the recent changes to Jax that were meant to be nerfs, you know, just look in higher elos for me. He still has like a 53% win rate. He's pretty much picked and banned still. His counters, so Gragas and Jace, I mean, they are actually like pretty good counters, but still, even they aren't strong enough to keep this champion from being super OP. So if you're a top laner, guys, and you're picking or banning Jax, you should probably do the same in 13.6 as well. And those were the top 10 champions. Of course, these are predicted, these are forecasts, but yeah, I am the prophet, bro. Prophet jizz. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Please leave a like down below if you did enjoy it. Any comments, again, leave them in the comment section, and I will see you in our next season 13 upload. This has been X. Peace.